Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by again. I just wanted to do another quick video of my setup. I'm a MagFed player. That's how I play paintball, and I think that is the most enjoyable way to do it. And so this is the setup I invested in. It took me a little while to get here, but I'm glad that I did because this is really fun. I had a lot of fun making this gun, but this is it. This is where I'm gonna stop and start picking up a new gun. So I figured I'd show you guys. So what we have here is a Tippmann A5 with the Takomo MK5 or MKV MagFed conversion kit with the new Helix Mag adapter, so I can run Helix Mags. I'm gonna start buying these smoked ones because these are the way to go. I have a bunch of black ones, and I was thinking, oh, how can I cut a coal out of these? But anyways, that's a whole other video. Magfeds, if you're running Magfed, you gotta run these Helix Mags, man. These things are awesome. Anyways, so what we have here, we have the what is it? The H&K 416 shroud for the M5. So I did the MagFed conversion, and then I just put the M4 416 shroud over it. We have an angled foregrip, a riser on the back, and also a riser on the front. Now what this allows me to do is really get my mask in this area, and target acquisition with MagFed markers can be a hard thing if you're using the sights or something, but with this, it's beautiful. I have all the space in the world to get in there, check my sights, whether I'm using my flip-up sights or my holographic. It's great. It's an awesome setup, and I would strongly urge anyone else to do it. So what we have here is actually a full-size riser, and this is a which I think is 1 inch. I don't know, a 1 inch riser, I think. And then I have a 1/2 inch riser in the back, and paintballs don't have the same ballistics as real projectiles, so this actually works out really nice, having a full-size riser in the back and then a half in the front, and it works out great. And honestly, it didn't take much to align the sights perfectly. I have them zeroed at about, if I had to guess, maybe 20-25 yards, and it's great. And you might be thinking, you're doing all this modification to your Tippmann A5, it's not going to be consistent, but this thing is very consistent. I kept the stock internals. I did upgrade to the front bolts. I upgraded to like a Dublin or Dublini, like Venturi Star bolt, and that has been working great. That's the only thing I've done internally as far as polish the internals. I did all the the red power tube and the the new valves and the zero kick hammer, and I did all that with my hopper fed A5, and it worked great. But as soon as I put it in this, it just didn't work. So I put all the stock internals in there, and it just ran consistent, and it ran great. And I said, screw it, I'm not putting any of that stuff back in there. So I'm running completely stock internals with the air through, what do you call it? The air through gun kit. So the A5, I have it blocked here. Normally there's a big, a line there to go to your receiver. But like I said, I got the air through stock kit, so it all works great. And that's what throws a lot of people off. When I tell them this is an A5, they're like, that doesn't look like an A5, because I'll tell you what. Let me show you. This looks a lot different than this. So when you tell them it's an A5, you throw a lot of people for a loop. But it is. Minorly, I guess. But yeah, this is where I've come, and this is an excellent setup. I probably spent maybe a little too much money on this in comparison to how much you can just pick up a MagFed gun for these days. But you know what? I started with the A5 and I loved it, and I just went from there. So I think my next project is gonna be the Phenom. I want to get the X7 Phenom and then get the Hurricane kit, so I can just use my Helix Mags there and just switch guns. This is going to be kind of more of my close assault, and I think the Phenom I'm going to kind of make more of a DMR. With that being said, let's take a look at the barrel system. I have on this thing. So what I wanted to do here is go for versatility, because this was kind of my only marker here. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to go in between scenarios of close quarters or long range or whatever I wanted to do without too much changing of the gun. So I started looking into barrel systems, and this is what I came up with. The Lapco barrel, the Big Shot Assault barrel system, is exactly what I wanted. They have a bunch of barrel sizes. This is a, I don't know if you can see that, it is a 690. So this is kind of running on your more larger size. But what I have running right now, this is also obviously a Big Shot Assault barrel like Lapco. But this is a 687, so it's a slightly more, or slightly smaller. And this is kind of more for my quality paint. If I get into a scenario where I'm shooting field grade or something, then I use my bigger bore. But yeah, anyways, I wanted a barrel system that I could swap out and do whatever I wanted with. So this was exactly what I wanted. Up here we have the actual barrel itself, which is the Big Shot Assault. This is a 10-inch barrel, I believe. And then I have the Hush Shot on the end of this, which is just an attachment that you can put on the end. Much like these barrels are the same size. Much like this Apex. And that's exactly the same. I can, whatever barrel I'm running, whether it's the, the 6.7 or the 9.0, or the 6.87 or the 9.0, whatever one, I can just twist the tip off real quick, swap the barrels out in my gun, put it back in. Same goes for the Hush Shot. I can swap whatever I want on there. Or if I don't feel like running either of these, then I can just put a standard bird cage, which is what I normally run here. What is this? 6.87. Which is what I normally run if I'm doing kind of my closer quarters. So that way my barrel is just not as long as you'd want for like a DMR or something. So you got a really close range, really tight gun, and that's nice. But yeah, if you're looking for a very versatile gun system, check out Lapco. Check out the Big Shot Assault barrels. They got tons of different tips, which is great. They got stuff like this, like the Hush Shot. All these Big Shots come in different lengths as well as different bore sizes, so you can choose whatever you want. And the quality of these things are just phenomenal. I don't know if you can see the inside of these. This one might be a little dusty, but I don't know if you can see the insides of these things, but they are just smooth. I don't know what they do to these things to get them so smooth on the inside, but crazy. Great stuff. They know what they're doing. Yeah, that is my barrel system. Like I said, quad rail setup. I have some what are these? Tiberius Arms flip up sights, front and rear, and that's if my holographic goes down. I do have a picture. This holographic is great. I have let me show you. I have the standard holographic, which is this type. Does this even work? Yeah. I mean, it kind of works. I don't know if you can see it. The problem I have with it is there's like a secondary reticle in there from a reflection that's not supposed to be there. I don't know what it is, but I haven't used this in a while because I don't like that. So probably gonna toss it, or I don't know, maybe give it away. If any of you guys are interested in a holographic sight that's I wrapped in carbon fiber, it still works. It's just I don't like that secondary. It's not bad in the daylight. It's barely noticeable, but I don't like it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll give this away or something. I don't know. At the end of December, let's say Christmas gift giveaway holographic sight used. Yeah. So I went with this one, and it's been way better. Also, I like the how it's wider. I don't know if it's actually necessarily wider. It doesn't actually look necessarily wider, but I do like how it is kind of ovaled like that, so it kind of gives you, wherever you're aiming, your horizon's a little wider than it is a square, so that is nice. One thing to consider there. What else? It's pretty much it. It doesn't have the E trigger on it now. I do have some E triggers, but I'm running just the normal non-E trigger because I don't know. I just swapped it on there because I was, kind of getting a little antsy for feeling a real trigger pull. Because with the electric ones, you don't get any real feeling there, so I just put it on there just for shits and giggles. So, but yeah, that is my A5, and that's gonna be the way I have it and play with it. There's another look at it. I'll do some cool shots here in a bit. Obviously, this is for my GoPro. Stick it there real quick if I want it, or detach it if I don't. But yeah, that's it. That is my Tippmann A5 Takamo MagFed kit. So yeah, everybody, that is my Helix Mag Tippmann A5 MagFed conversion loadout. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, maybe if you're thinking about doing something like this, because I don't know, maybe you don't want to, just buy an off-the-shelf ready to go MagFed marker, and you want to put a lot of work into it like this, swapping out the internals. I had a great time building this thing, and probably a little bit more of a great time building this thing than most people do. Then they go out and buy a new marker, but who knows? That's just me. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment, subscribe. I'm gonna have a lot more videos coming out, a lot more content. So yeah, hope to see you guys in the future and look for the new videos. Peace.